Hi guys, good evening. Thanks for joining me. I hope you've all had a good week. We've made it to Friday again, despite this horrible, miserable weather all week. But it feels kind of appropriate to be cozying up indoors for our float away Friday. So today is our second to last float away class. And I thought I would focus on the chakras tonight. So I'm going to do the chakra balancing session. So this session is designed to have a focus on all of the different chakras. Therefore, it's kind of like a whole body stretch out and relax. And then we'll finish with the chakra balancing relaxation at the end. Hi, Mum. All right. So we're going to start seated tonight, and as always, get yourself lots of pillows, cushions, blankets and things to help yourself get nice and comfortable so we can stay in the poses for as long as we want to. So let's get started. So get yourself into a comfortable seated position. Remember, a pillow or a cushion just underneath your sitting bones will help you feel a bit more comfortable in a cross-legged or a kneeling position. Raising the hips up will make it more comfy for you to sit in for a longer period of time. So let's begin by bringing our focus inwards and slowing everything down. So allow your body to relax as much as you can. Think about relaxing your shoulders down. Think about softening your jaw and letting your hips melt down into the mat beneath you. And then close your eyes or soften your gaze. And allow yourself to begin to switch off now. Starting by bringing your focus to your breath. Hiya Julie, thanks for joining us. So not trying to change the breath, just becoming aware of it. Use it as a tool to help you to switch off from everything else, to bring all of your other senses inwards as well. So noticing how your breath is this evening. Is your breath shallow or deep? Are you breathing just into your chest? Or are you breathing a little bit more deeply down into your belly? Notice if you breathe naturally through your nose or your mouth or a combination of both. Become aware of the sensation as you breathe in and out, the air entering your body and leaving. And then begin to breathe a little bit more consciously. So maybe just start to deepen the breath slightly. You might want to think about drawing that breath more deeply down as you breathe in. Breathe all the way down to your belly. And as you breathe out, exhale completely and make that out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. So it's as we breathe out that our body produces those feel-good hormones, that oxytocin, that make us feel really good after we do our session. So you want to really make the most of that out breath. Slow it down as much as you can. And as you do so, just encourage everything to relax. Now if it feels all right for you to do so, just begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Obviously, if you have a blocked nose, then breathe in whichever way is most comfortable for you. But if you can, breathing through the nose naturally filters the breath and therefore will help you to slow down with your breathing. So anything that might be going on outside, we're going to allow those things just to exist in the world outside, but here and now we're focusing on complete relaxation of our own body and mind. It doesn't matter what else is going on. Remind yourself that there is nowhere else you need to be right now. And And there's nothing else that you need to be doing that's as important as this. So tonight's session is focused on the chakras. So we're just going to bring our focus and remind ourselves of where they are. So the chakra system is an energy system that goes up and down our spine, and there are various points within the body that we associate with different colours, with different qualities, and obviously they link in with the different body parts as well, so we can link different poses with them. So begin by drawing your attention right down to your tailbone, to the point where your body meets the floor. This is our root chakra. We associate it with the colour red. So visualise the colour red, thinking about rooting down through your sit bones, creating that connection with the ground, and beginning to feel like you are more grounded. It brings with it a feeling of safety and security. And then slowly begin to take that journey of visualization up your spine, moving a little bit higher up, this time to our sacral chakra, which is in our hips, in our pelvis. And this we associate with the colour orange. So you might want to start visualizing that colour. And this is the chakra that we associate with our creativity. And then begin to draw the attention a little bit further up, this time to just around your belly button. And this is our solar plexus chakra, associated with the colour yellow. And this is our inner fire, our strength and our confidence. Draw the focus a little bit further up now to your heart space, where the heart chakra lives. This one we associate with the colour green, and it's linked with a sense of compassion and kindness, not just towards others, but also towards yourself. Drawing that focus a little further up again, we come to our throat, the throat chakra. This time the colour blue. And we associate this with our ability to communicate and to speak our truth. Taking the focus further up again, allowing it to rest on the point in between our eyes. And this is our third eye chakra. So this is a chakra that we associate with our sense of intuition and wisdom. And then finally, bring your focus all the way up to the crown of your head, or even just a couple of inches above the crown of your head, where our crown chakra lives. And this is our sense of spirituality. So imagine that system of energy, that line of chakras that travels up and down our spine. You might want to link the breath in with that now. So as you inhale, imagine that breath is traveling up your spine, right from your tailbone, all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, visualize that breath traveling all the way back down. So keep breathing like this, sending the breath up and down your spine. And as it passes through each one of those chakras, you might want to visualize the different colors. But just think about it creating that energy, building up that energy in each of your chakras as it passes through them. And then you might want to keep your eyes closed, or you might want to open them now. And all we're going to do here is just gently come into a little bit of a forward fold. So either resting your elbows on your knees or bringing your fingertips down to the floor in front of you. My light's gone off. Let me just go and put it back on. It'll be getting darker and darker as we go throughout the class. There we go, that's a bit better. So just taking that very gentle forward bend, only coming forward to wherever feels nice for you. So you're starting to feel a little bit of a stretch in the hips, lengthening through your spine. So keep breathing, and throughout the class just visualize that breath as it travels up and down your spine. Relax your neck as much as you can. So just let your head be heavy. And then slowly sit yourself up tall once again. This time bringing the hands just behind you, so just again on those fingertips or down onto the palms if that feels nicer. And gently lean back into those hands, pinching those shoulder blades back. And depending on how it feels in your neck, you might want to drop your head back or you may not. Just do whatever feels nice for you. Get that lovely stretch across the front of those shoulders, opening up across your chest, opening up your throat and your heart chakra. And carefully release, come back to sit up tall once more. And this time we're just going to change the way that we've crossed our legs. So put the opposite leg in front. And let's repeat our little forward bend once more. So just bringing the weight forward, bringing the hands down to the floor. And hinging forward from those hips, getting that little stretch. Don't worry if it feels a little bit strange this way. It's just because we don't normally sit with our legs crossed this way. Again, hold it briefly just to allow the body to soften and release into that stretch. Carefully bringing yourself back up. And this time, as we lean back into the hands, if it feels all right for you to do so, just take the legs out nice and wide, so straightening out those legs, leaning back into those hands. And once again, opening up across the chest. But slight variation now because we've got those legs stretched out in front. So enjoy that lovely pinching in the shoulder blades and that stretching and opening up across your chest. Carefully come back up. And then keeping those legs wide, bring the fingertips to the floor in front of you. And you might want to adjust the position of the feet there. So if this feels a bit too much down your hamstrings, you can always take a little bend in those knees if that feels nicer. Or just bring the legs a bit closer together. So gently rocking the weight forward, again just hinging from the hips. Not rounding through the spine, but trying to keep your back nice and straight. Almost like you're melting your chest forward towards the floor. And you should be feeling a pinch on the inside of the hips, a stretch down the inside and down the back of the legs. And you might be feeling a little bit of a stretch into that lower back, but if it feels uncomfortable, if it feels like it's pulling, then just sit yourself up a little bit more. Ease out of the pose if it doesn't feel right for you. So I'm going to hold this for a few breaths now. I'm going to give those hamstrings a little bit of a chance to release, to lengthen. And you might find that after a few breaths, maybe you can just slightly bend those elbows, come a little bit further forward into the pose. So this is quite a nice pose to stay in for a while. So if you've got a big pile of cushions, for example, you could rest on, or if you have like a seat or something, a chair in front of you that you can just lean forward on, then this is a pose that you can stay in for as long as you want to. The longer you stay in it, the more your body will relax into it, and you'll find that you can hinge further forward from those hips. And then carefully bring yourself back up once again. This time I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together, so take your time, help those legs back in with the hands if you need to. Let the soles of your feet come together, and you can have those feet wherever you want. You can have them further out in front of you, or you can have them closer in towards the body. Just experiment and see what feels nicest for you this evening. So resting your hands on your feet or on your ankles. We're just going to spend a moment now allowing those hips to open up and release. Thinking about those knees gently sinking down towards the floor. And this is another pose where it's quite nice to have a cushion or a pillow just under your sit bones. Raising the hips up will allow the knees to open out as well. Trying to keep the shoulders as relaxed as possible. So I'm starting to gently come forward here into a little bit of a forward fold. So I've bent my elbows and I'm just resting my elbows down on my shins. So just do whatever feels comfortable for you, but beginning to work your way into that gentle forward fold. Once again, we spend a few breaths here because the hips, like the hamstrings, need that time to let themselves to release and soften. So feeling the stretch into the hips this time. So working on our sacral chakra. And also feeling that sensation of connecting down into the ground, so our root chakra as well. So any pose like this where we're just bringing our head down is also a really nice one for the third eye chakra, for allowing us to sort of focus. So just letting the head relax down as it kind of comes closer down towards our feet. We're feeling that connection with our third eye chakra as well. And slowly bring yourself back up. Keeping the right foot where it is, let's take the left leg out now. So straightening out that leg. And then bringing the right foot in a little bit closer towards your body if that feels comfortable. Take a moment to sit yourself up nice and tall, so adjust the sit bones. Make sure that you feel that you're kind of firmly connecting down into the floor. And we'll do some gentle side stretches now. So keeping the left hand on the straight leg. Let's float the right arm up as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, come over towards the left into a lovely side stretch. So you're sliding that left arm down the leg. Just take it to wherever feels nice for you. But use that as a support as we lift the opposite arm over. Holding it for a few breaths here. Now, a few coaching points for this pose. You want to bring your focus into that top shoulder, and rather than it coming forward, you want to feel that shoulder drawing back, so you're opening the upper body out. You want to feel a lengthening from that right hip all the way up to those right fingertips. And then come all the way back up and down. Swapping sides now, so right hand comes down to the floor, left arm comes up and over. So this is a different side stretch. We stay a bit higher up here because we haven't got the leg to slide down. So with this one, you're really focusing on creating that length down the left side of the body. You're sitting up much taller and straighter with this one. Lovely, bring that arm back down. Gentle twist now, so we're going to take the right hand onto the opposite leg and just do a really gentle twist round behind you. So if that feels a bit too much on the lower back, just keep the twist in the shoulder and the upper back and try and keep your hips and your abdomen facing forward. If it feels nice to do so, you can use that leg as a bit of a lever and really twist yourself around. Get the whole spine involved if it feels nice. And release, come back to center, and we'll go straight across to the other side. So this time it's the left hand on the right knee. Lovely twist there. And release. Swap the legs around now, so bring the left foot in and stretch the right leg out, and take a moment to make sure that you are comfortable, that you're happy with this position, sitting up nice and tall, and then resting that right hand on the leg. We'll inhale to float the left arm up. Exhale, slide the right hand along the leg into that lovely deep side stretch, drawing the shoulder back and taking that hand across to where feels nice. Taking a couple of breaths here as you enjoy that stretch. And then inhale back up. Hand comes down and take it over to the other side. So remember, this is a slightly different stretch. We're using that hand to support and keep us upright. And instead of reaching across to the side, we're reaching up and lengthening down the side body, feeling a big stretch across the ribs, all the way down to the hip, over the shoulder joint, into the fingertips, and release. Coming straight across into our twist now, so bringing the left hand onto the right leg and gently turning to look back over the right shoulder. Remember, just twist as much as you can, whatever feels nice on your back. Don't push into anything that doesn't feel right for you. And release. Coming all the way across to the other side. Taking that lovely counter twist. Looking over the left shoulder this time. And bring it back round to the centre. Just bringing the legs out in front for a moment so you can give those knees a little bit of a bounce, a little wiggle. And bend the knees a little bit. Take the feet as wide as feels nice for you. And we let those knees fall from side to side. So making the movement as big or small as you want to. Lovely. Okay, going to come into our tabletop position now. So take your time, coming onto all fours. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and give yourself a little bit of extra padding if you need it. Gently wiggling those hips from side to side. And then finding stillness as we start to move through our cat and cow stretches. So as you inhale, tilt your tailbone up, let your belly relax down, and gently lift your gaze. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arch up through the back and drop your head down. So just begin to focus in on the breath now as you move between the two poses. Maybe coming back to that chakra breath, visualizing it traveling up the spine. So we always start this movement down at our tailbone and let it come all the way up to the crown of our head. So you might want to visualize the breath is traveling with the movement. Visualize it going past all of those chakras as it travels up from tailbone to crown. And maybe with each breath, you might want to focus on a different chakra. So starting with the root right down at the tailbone. So it's that movement into the very bottom of the back. And then focusing on your hips, on that pelvic tilt for our sacral chakra. Feeling your belly soften and relax down, and then drawing it upwards, engaging your core to focus in on the solar plexus chakra. And as you bring your focus up to the heart, think about on the inhale, really bringing that heart forward, letting it shine forward out in front of you. Gently moving the neck, opening up that throat chakra on the inhale as you lift the gaze upwards. And then focusing on the third eye, the point in between the eyebrows as we look down. And then finally visualizing that breath finishing up by the crown of your head. Moving through all of those chakras as we enjoy this movement. And then bring it back to stillness, coming back to a neutral spine. And we're just going to come down now onto the elbows and forearms. So slight variation on the stretch here. Really think about pushing those hips up nice and high and sinking your chest down low. So feel a stretch across the back of the shoulders. And maybe just move a little bit into the pose. You might want to experiment with bringing the hands together, taking the elbows a bit wider apart so your chest can sink lower. If that feels too much on the shoulders, bring those elbows back together. So feeling that stretch in the lower back, and this is a nice back bend, but also feeling it in the shoulders. Maybe taking the hips forward a little bit, taking them back a little bit. Just see what feels nice for you and go with that. And then finally, bring your big toes together so they're just touching. And then if you want, you can take the knees wider apart and slowly walk the hands in as you lower those hips down onto the heels into child's pose. So I'm going to bring a couple of cushions in just to make it more restful, to rest my upper body on, but you can do this without any pillows or cushions and it will be a really lovely stretch into that back and shoulders. So just do what feels nice for you right now. Child's pose can be as supported as you want it. You can have a pile of 5 or 6 cushions if you want to, and literally be just leaning forward onto them. Or it can be a gorgeous back stretch without any pillows, just reaching those arms in front. So make it your own. Do whichever version of child's pose feels best for you this evening. And use this opportunity to come back to your breath once more. Allow it to slow down. Breathing all the way up from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And back down again, the same way. Feeling yourself melting into the pose. Let yourself remain just for a couple more breaths. Those hips are just sinking down towards the heels. And slowly begin to wake it back up as you push yourself back. Come into sit up. And we're going to come down to lie on our back now. So take your time, bring in anything you need to make yourself more comfortable. I'm going to have a couple of pillows under my upper back just because I'm not supposed to lie completely flat. But if it feels comfortable for you to lie completely flat, then do so. Just get yourself comfy, however that might be. So keeping the knees bent for now so that you can take a moment just to adjust that lower back. Wiggle those hips so that you can feel that lower back gently pressing down into the mat. Maybe tilt the hips up and back a few times, getting that little movement into the pelvis. Maybe pressing the tailbone down into the ground, thinking about that root chakra. And then as you curl those hips upwards, thinking more about your sacral chakra there inside your pelvis. Moving back and forth between those two. And then find a comfortable neutral position for those hips. And then take the feet nice and wide apart, maybe slide them a bit further away from your body. Take your arms out nice and wide and let's let those knees fall from side to side. So coming into a very gentle twist. Allow those knees to fall across the body just as far as feels alright for you. You start to feel a pulling in the lower back, then don't take them quite so far. And you might want to close your eyes at this point if you haven't already done so. Just really focusing on that movement. Maybe linking it in with the breath, breathing in to bring the knees up, breathing out to let them fall over. Taking them a couple more times to each side. And bringing those knees back up, and this time allowing them to fall in and rest against each other. So this is called constructive rest pose. So it should feel comfortable. Should feel nice on your lower back. If it doesn't, find an alternative position for those legs and just be comfy. This is no longer comfortable for me to get my knees together. So I'm just going to leave them nice and wide. So it's all about just adapting the pose to whatever feels most comfortable for you and your body. As you inhale, float your arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, let them continue all the way back behind your head. Lovely big stretch there. Inhale them up. Exhale them back down by your sides. Inhale to take them up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale down. One last time, inhale up. This time turning the palms to face in towards each other. And take a really big stretch up towards the ceiling. So feeling that big stretch across the back of your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and open your arms out to the side now. So let them go nice and wide into a T shape. And pause here for a couple of breaths, really breathing into that heart space, opening up across the front of your chest, breathing slowly and deeply. Lovely big stretch there across the front of those shoulders. And then inhale to bring those arms back up once again, palms facing each other. And exhale, we're going to give ourselves a hug. So bring the right arm on top of the left to start with. Drape those arms right the way across your body. And either, if you want it to be softer and more restful, just let them hang. Just let those arms drape across. For a bigger stretch, you might want to creep those fingertips behind your shoulders. See how far around you can get them. And just allow yourself to soften into it now. Holding it for a few more breaths, giving our body a little bit of a chance to enjoy this hug. Remember, 20 seconds is the key. If you're giving yourself a hug, after 20 seconds, our body begins to produce oxytocin. And it makes us feel good, like we're getting a real life hug. And then on your next inhale, uncurl those arms, take the hands back up, pause for a moment to have a lovely big stretch once again up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, cross the arms over the opposite way, left arm on top, and give yourself another hug. Again, just allowing those arms to be heavy, or actively creeping those fingers further around your back, whatever feels nicest for you. And then slowly begin to uncurl those arms. So let them slide back across your body, coming to rest down on the floor beside you. So for our final pose this evening, we're going to take our legs up in the air. So you can do this up against a wall. If you've got a wall nearby, that can be really nice, just to take those legs up and just rest the back of the legs against the wall. Or if you're by a bed or a sofa or something, you can just rest those legs on top of there. Or if you haven't got anything like that handy, you can just take those legs up in the air. Now, it can be quite nice just to place your hands underneath your sitting bones And that just provides a little bit more support for those hips if you are lifting the legs up unsupported. So we're just going to hold it here for a few minutes. So taking our legs up in the air is a really lovely thing to do before bed. It has loads and loads of benefits. It encourages our body just to slow down and relax. It's a natural trigger for our body to switch into the parasympathetic nervous system, so we begin to produce all of those lovely hormones that prepare us for sleep. It also helps to drain away any fluid that might have gathered down in the lower legs, particularly if you're on your feet a lot during the day. So just spend a few more breaths here, allowing everything to be completely relaxed. Allow your breath to slow down. And if you're comfortable with your legs up, you might want to stay in this position for our relaxation. If not, take the time now to move, change position, get yourself somewhere that's going to be nice and comfortable for the next 15-20 minutes so that we can do our guided meditation. And today is actually National Meditation Day, so it's nice that we are doing a meditation today. And it's the one that is focused on the chakras, in keeping with the rest of our session. So let yourself get comfy, bring in your cushions, pillows, blankets, fluffy socks, whatever you need to get yourself nice and comfortable. And then just let yourself relax into that pose. Take a few nice deep breaths, bringing your awareness fully to the present moment. Let go of any busy thoughts. Allow your mind to gradually become quiet and still. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring that focus inwards. And as I work my way through this guided meditation, each time I mention a body part, I invite you to bring your awareness to it and to relax it as deeply as you can. As you scan through your body, if you encounter tension anywhere, simply use the power of your mind to melt it away as easily as warm water melts ice. Beginning at the top of your head, relax your scalp completely. Feel the skin on your forehead and temples relax. Allow your eye muscles to release, your jaw to soften, and let your ears, nose and chin, tongue and lips relax. Now just let this peaceful feeling flow down your neck. Feel it soothe your throat and dissolve any tension on contact as it glides down to your shoulders, your upper arms, forearms, wrists and hands. Let this peaceful sensation of relaxation begin to fill your torso. Feel it relax your chest, giving your heart more room to grow, more expansive, more loving, more giving and forgiving. Soften your belly muscles and let this relaxation penetrate even deeper, releasing any tension from your internal organs. Now let it wrap around you, surrounding you in love and peace as it softens all of the back muscles, all the way down to the base of your spine. Continue to breathe in deep, fluid breaths. Breathe in health, happiness and harmony. And breathe out any tension, toxins, worries, allowing anything that does not serve you purpose to leave your body like a dark cloud. Send this peaceful feeling of relaxation into your hips, into your glutes. Let it glide down your thighs, relaxing your legs completely as it flows down to your knees, your calves, ankles and feet. Allow any remaining tension from anywhere in your body to flow out through your toes, leaving your whole body feeling very comfortable, peaceful and relaxed. Continue to breathe deep, relaxing breaths, feeling your belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Notice how the air feels cooler as you breathe in and warmer as you breathe out. Now begin to imagine a golden glowing ball of light about a foot above the crown of your head. On an inhalation, breathe that light in through the top of your head, through the center line of your body, right down to your tailbone. On the exhalation, breathe that light back up the way it came and out the top of your head. Do this a couple more times, visualizing that golden light traveling up and down your spine with the breath. Now begin to focus on your root chakra at the base of your spine and visualize a vibrant red glowing ball of light. This chakra brings health, security and dynamic presence. Feel it empower you as it connects you to the earth. You're radiating power and vitality. Breathe the color red in and out and see yourself living your healthy ideal. Feeling happy and grateful for radiant health and boundless energy. Feel how good it is to have all the energy you need to do all the things you love to do. Allow yourself to feel grateful for this magnificent body that moves so freely and well. Feel yourself healthier than you've ever felt before. Now let this vibrant red chakra continue to glow and spin as you move your focus up to your sacral chakra, located just by your belly button. Here, you will see a radiant, glowing orange ball of light. This chakra holds the energy of money, power, and creativity. Breathe in a rich, beautiful orange color and feel it bring the gifts of being happy, enthusiastic, prosperous, and abundant. See yourself experiencing true wealth on every level, being grateful for the abundance in your life now, and imagine riches flowing to you in expected and unexpected ways. Let this chakra continue to glow and spin as you move up to your solar plexus chakra, a few inches above your belly button. Here, see a beautiful sunny yellow glowing ball of light. As you breathe in a vibrant yellow color, feel it expand your joy, your self-worth, and your personal power. See yourself successful and deeply fulfilled in your dream job. Feel the glowing yellow chakra empower you as you move up to your heart chakra at the center of your chest, and visualize a beautiful emerald green glowing ball of light. This is the chakra of love for yourself and others. Let it glow, bringing gifts of compassion, self-acceptance, and the ability to love deeply. Breathe in green and let these feelings expand, seeing yourself living in perfect harmony with everyone in your life. Let it fill you with gratitude for this opportunity to live in this wonderful world. Feel your heart swell with compassion and forgiveness for yourself and others. Now let this chakra continue to glow and spin, and gently move up to your throat chakra, visualizing a beautiful blue color. This chakra enables you to communicate with truth and wisdom, and to express yourself with confidence. Breathing blue in and out, see yourself happily expressing your uniqueness through a creative outlet, such as singing, dancing, playing a sport, or anything you might do for fun. Let this chakra continue to glow and spin, and gently move up to your third eye chakra, located at the center of your forehead. See a beautiful deep purpley blue glowing ball of light. As it glows, it expands your imagination, your inner knowing, and your wisdom. Feel fully supported by the universe as you pursue your personal growth goals, happily following your path. Now let this indigo light continue to glow and spin as you gently move up to your crown chakra at the top of your head. This is the chakra of spirituality, thought, and service to others. Breathe in violet and let this chakra glow as it brings gifts of self-knowledge, spiritual connection, and bliss. See yourself living in wisdom and awareness, surrendering into divine love, joyfully contributing to the world in the way most meaningful for you. Let this chakra glow and spin as you bring your awareness back to the glowing golden light above your head. Watch now as it transforms into a golden pot. Now breathe it in through your crown chakra, down to your third eye, your throat, your heart, solar plexus, sacral and root chakras. And as you exhale, breathe it all the way back up the way it came. As it passes through each chakra, see the pot filling with gold coins, representing the gifts and attributes of each one. Now visualize this beautiful pot of gold just above your head once again, overflowing with sparkling gold coins. This is your unique pot of gold, filled with everything you could ever want. Let this gold rain down on you. Spend as long as you like in this peaceful state, visualizing all of your dreams coming true as you finally lay claim to your pot of gold. So give yourself a moment longer to remain in this peaceful, relaxed state. And only when you're ready, start to bring your awareness back into the body once again. Deepen the breath. Wriggle your fingers and toes. Allow the sensation to return once more to your body. Moving in any way that feels nice for you. Just allowing you to wake up enough to come back round. Slowly opening your eyes. Roll over onto one side. And bring yourself back up into a seated position when you're ready. And we'll finish with our final deep breath in. So sit up nice and tall and inhale to reach those arms up and over your head. Exhale them down in front of you, tucking your chin to your chest, and bow down to honour your practice and that of everybody who's joined us here tonight. Namaste everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you all in the morning for some beginner's yoga. We're going to be focusing on the legs, stretching and strengthening out the lower body. So you might want to bring with you your yoga strap or belt or scarf or a pair of tights, just to help stretch out those hamstrings in our session in the morning. So have a lovely restful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.